Well, thanks for sticking to my live stream. I now kind of want to take a bit of a sidebar and talk about the big story that blew up in EVE Online. Actually blew up a couple of days ago. I'm just catching up to it. Reload show, always slow on the uptake, but thanks for watching. And of course, what I want to talk about is the latest story about the Goons, the Mittani, and what is said to his line members. You can check out what's been happening. Everything I'm going to talk about is in links in the description of this video if you're watching it at the VOD, or even if you're watching my live stream right now on YouTube Gaming. In any case, Cole's Notes version, if you don't know what happened, is that there's been some dank leaks, some communiques were leaked, as usual, as it happens. It always happens this way. Comms always get leaked in that, in which the Mittani was telling his line member that do not report friendly bots. That is, don't report other goons for botting. You can use the term blue bots, if you will. So interesting development. This is not going to be it's not going to be a goons kind of rant. Neither is going to be a Mittani apologist rant. But the whole situation, you know, it got me thinking. It got me thinking on two different fronts. Curiously, you know what? I know Mittani. I know Mittani is a very smart, very calculating individual. So for him to slip up like that, I think it may be a PR move. Maybe. I mean, goons love to play villains. What other better way to be a villain than to practically endorse botting? Practically, I mean, that's not what happened, but practically that was endorsed. That's what was said. The optics are just bad. And the second thought that I've had that got me thinking for quite some time is that what if I was the villain in game and a tyrannical leader of a big alliance? What would I do? What would be my actions? How would I approach botting as an issue in EVE Online? And yeah, how would I behave? Of course, I'm not an evil leader, but this is all purely theoretical in my mind. So, few aspects of it. Botting, you know, if I take a selfish stance, if I take a very selfish stance on the game, is that I wouldn't want other alliances to have bots, but I definitely would want my alliance to have bots. Bots are bad for the game, but guess what? If it's a ratting bot, think of all the tax revenue that it's going to bring the corporation and the alliance. Not to mention the ISK reserves for whoever is botting, you know, just stuffing that war treasury with more ISK. If it's a mining bot, you know, think of all the minerals that are sold below cost, or way below the average. Just the market is flooded with minerals, so you can make more ships for your alliance to fly and fight with. So, in a selfish way, you know what, bots, not so bad for me. If I was evil, you know what, bots are not so bad for me. I would want to have bots on my alliance. So now what do I do about it? What do I do? Because I don't want others to have bots. I want myself to have bots, but that's the name of the game. What happens next? So I could practically tell my line members to say, you know, well, first and foremost, I don't think I wouldn't be able to just tell my line members to get bots. That's the surefire way to get your whole corporation and alliance banned. That's you can't do it. You cannot endorse botting by saying, "Go forth, my line members, and get as many bots as you can to stuff the wallets, the corporate wallets of this alliance." You can't do that. Not gonna work out well. Everybody will know that your alliance is one of botters. So what do you do next? You know, you don't want others to have them. So maybe you tell your line members to, you know, now in this case, go forth and find the enemy bots and report them. Which, yeah, could be viable, but at the same time, I mean, it starts to force the issue. It really starts to force the issue in that eventually, or not even eventually, maybe right away. I mean, EVE Online players are bright people. Right away, somebody might ask, so what do I do if I see a corp member or an alliance member that I think is a bot? Do I report them? You know, what do I do? In which case, you know what, yeah, your issue is forced and you have to reply somehow. In that sense, that's why I don't think as an evil leader, I don't think I would tell my line members to find enemy bots. Because, well, first of all, think about it this way. As a corporation, you got the bit of a team spirit, the camaraderie to usually you would focus more outwardly than inwardly. So people will, if they see a bot on the enemy team or the enemy corporation or alliance, they would probably report it. I would hope that they would turn a blind eye to their own corp, but you know what? It might come up, the issue might come up, but I don't think it's a good idea to go out and just say, go and find bots. And then I think it's rare too. I definitely think it's rather rare to see bots, unless, you really are hunting and trying to find them and you find the hotspots for bots. And either, just to the whole idea of botting, personally, I don't think it's, I don't think it's a critical issue. I think it's a bad thing. I think it's a problem for EVE Online. I don't think it's a big critical issue at this point that's going to kill the game within the next year. I don't think bots have proliferated that much, especially now with all the activities that are happening with banning all the bots and finding them out. So a bit of a thing there. But so what do I do then? I can't endorse my own bot use. I can't really say for others to go out and find enemy bots. In my opinion, the best course of action would be to simply do nothing. To really do nothing. No statements about botting whatsoever. At all. Don't mention botting. Botting that doesn't exist. La la la. Of course, there's still a possibility. There's still a possibility that somebody will put up their hand and say, I just spotted a blue bot. What do I do about it? Yeah, that's when the issue really... in that case, I think my second action would be, the second tier of actions would be to ignore it. To really ignore people saying that. Say like, I can't reply to that. I'm way too busy. I can't really address every single action and question. Refer to my diplos. Let my diplos handle it. That way you kind of removing yourself from it. Maybe you would trust your diplos. You can tell your diplos something along the lines of make this problem go away, but make sure we still keep our bots. But as we know, you shouldn't trust anybody in EVE Online. Your diplos might steal your citadel from you. In any case, yeah, I don't think I would do anything. Just do nothing, then ignore. Then if it really becomes a sore spot, if really I can't ignore it anymore, there's been rising concerns everywhere, everybody's asking, then you can do one or two things. Either you can do the wishy-washy thing and say the mushy thing of do what your heart is telling to do the right thing, do what you think is right. Or you can say, follow the rules of CCPs, follow the guidelines and rules as set out by the developers of this game. Very vague, generic statement. It's not gonna stop. It will not. These kind of statements will never stop botters. If somebody wants to bot, if an alliance leader or CEO says do not bot, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's gonna stop me. That's how the botters think, and they're not following statements from alliance leaders. They're not following even statements from CCP. Yeah, they get banned. Guess what? They're gonna create more accounts and hope that they don't get banned next time. So to have my evil empire grow and benefit from bots, I would just do nothing and hope when the CCP banner, banhammer, hashtag banner, strikes on the bots, that it will be affecting my enemies more than it does affect me, but I have no way of controlling it. It's just a hope. Yeah. Because, there's no other way about it, really, because otherwise what happens is that you look like Mittani does right now, which is not a good look. The optics are bad, like I said. It's interesting. It's really interesting. I'm not sure what went on. I'm not sure what precipitated this kind of statement. I think I think it's weird to see Mittani slip up like that. I think it's in any case, I'm kind of curious what you guys think about the whole situation. I'm not going to get a lot of comments about goons are bad, and then some comments are saying, you know, Mittani is actually good, or he meant this, or context. But I still want to hear your opinions on this, and I want to hear your opinion on what would you do if you were an evil leader of a big alliance in EVE Online. How would you approach it? You know my take on it. Kind of curious what you think about it. In any case, it took up way too much of your time. I'm gonna kind of get back to the live stream. Thanks so much for watching my rant and listening. Hope to hear from you, and yeah, let's get back to it.